Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode of Locking It Down with Lucy. I need to start up the ducks, bear with me 1 second, I haven't got my TV on, so I have to just do this real quick. But will we get the ducks today? We can hope, we can, but pray. So yes, it is episode 255, my god, and yes, sorry about yesterday. My scheduling life is pretty rubbish at the moment. Not helped by the fact that I was a bit late finishing work. Then the Elizabeth line was down the tube and I was like, you know what, maybe I would just wait it out, and it just got worse. And I was like, I'd rather just do it when I'm refreshed than get home and just be like grumpy and miserable, even though I am still grumpy and miserable today. But not as much as yesterday. So hooray. So we're here, we're doing live proud, and the bars are barring. Tell me if the bars are being weird. Anyway, we would normally be streaming Indiana Jones today, but instead I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't actually have any weekend plans, so I will stream tomorrow about either 6 or 7, I'm thinking. Get a good chunk, good 2 hours or whatever done. Maybe 6, we can get a bit more done, because I don't want to end too late either. So maybe that'll be the plan, maybe 6:30. So, somewhere between that time, I'll let you know, because I'm going to have to like make dinner and everything. And well, I say make dinner as if I ever make dinner. I'm probably going to stick a pizza in the oven and be done with it that way. So I think let's do that, because I don't want to fall behind. I feel like everything's falling apart. You can't control me. But one thing we can't control the ducks. The ducks can't be controlled. God, it's filling up though in the duck pool here. Look how many ducks are there. So will it be today? Who knows? But let's say hi to everybody who is here, right now. Wah, 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 wah. Chris J is here. Good evening. Oh, lovely to see you also. Where's my little... There, wait. My little social badge is gone. My badge. Good to see you. Thank you. And also a big shout out again, Chris J, with the new music at the beginning of the show. Jamie saying hello. Pippin, Bam Bam saying hi. Hello everybody. We got Ian Crawley saying hi. We got Ian Crawley also saying 35 months in the XP zone. Bah, 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 bah. Thank you so much. Next month it will be the members' birthday. And for those of you who are interested, the members hangout will be at some point that week. So I'm going to gift out some memberships. Dun 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 dun. Memberships are being gifted out by me. If you are in the XP zone, you can join us. Join us if you wish. I think the front running dates at the moment are Monday the 6th and Sunday the 5th, or was it Monday the 6th and Sunday the 12th. But the poll is in, if you are a member, you can actually go to the Discord, where there'll be a members only, as long as your Discord is connected to your YouTube, there will be a tab that you can look at and you can vote in the poll. There's only like 45 hours left to vote though. If it doesn't end up in a tie, I'll probably end up picking the Sunday, FYI, just because then I won't get behind on the Indiana Jones. So that'll be lovely to see you all there and celebrate. This year I am going to try and get cake. So I implore you to also get cake. So welcome to the XP zone. Major Incident, Salty Tiger, Adam S. Hey, it's Kit Kat Sex and Ross. Robert War saying hello. I have cake now. Well, don't show off. Everyone will want cake. Oh, I want cake now. I want cake. Rich Gamer on the mod duty saying hi Lucy, hello. Terrence saying hello Lucy, and I see you in the chat, Dusty, and there you are. Evening all, happy fish and chips day indeed. And Marwan says hello Lucy, I just finished watching Good American Family and amazed by how good it is. Pretty damn cool. Fabio is saying hello with a smiley face. So, feeling a bit parched, I'm going to crack open my drink now before we start the show. I don't think I've had this drink. So, we've had its twin or its sister drink. It was a guava version of this. And I was like, guava? Interesting. I think it's more of a juicy a juicy drink, and they had mango instead. I am partial to a bit of mango, so I feel like this will be nice and refreshing to end the week. Does still have the little... Oh no, should I have shaked? A shake, shake, a shake, shake, a shake it. That's pretty good. I'm going to say it tastes like thick mangoey water, but without being juice. It's like the perfect storm. Alistair McRae is saying, oi, oi, good to see ya, good to see ya, Right, what are we doing today? Feel like we've got quite... Oh, I haven't even got my notes open. That's a good start. So, I haven't even written the notes. I don't... Well, I think I know what we're talking about. I think we're talking about Gears of War, which I've finally started, and the Indiana Jones movies 4 and 5. And I think that's probably going to take up the chunk of my time today. So we've got a lot to get through. I've not written any highlights and lowlights, but I'm sure I can figure it out from my brain cells. So, yeah, the poll is the new Indiana Jones movies. I watched both of them back to back at the weekend. Which ones do you prefer? 4, 5, or our reviews? Because I know some people are probably purists, so we'll leave that running. So I think that's all for... I mean, I'm looking at my notes and there's nothing there because I didn't... This is probably the most... I feel like it's the most unprepared, but prepared locking it down with Lucy. Like, I didn't have to write any notes because I know what I'm going to talk about in a weird way. So, yeah, I think that's it. We're just going to, have the stream today. Let's relax. Oh, I'm always sitting so... Relax. Use the back of the chair. It's there for it. Why I'm always so intense. Sit back. I need to learn the bare necessities. All right? I'm always living at... I don't know what the opposite of the bare necessities is. I don't know what Disney song is comparable. But, I'm always on the edge. So... Yeah, I think that's all. We will stream today, stream tomorrow, Indiana Jones, and then back on Monday, and then, oh God, I forgot my own schedule. Am I here on Tuesday? Basically, I've got some busy things going on, so it's hard. Adulting is so annoying, but there are quite a few busy weeks at work where I'm going to have to be in, and then there's social things we have. I don't know why, but we have a lot of people going here and there and everywhere. So like this week was a super busy week, so we had people over. We're going to have people from a different part of the office over in 2 weeks' time, and then it's sync week. It's a lot. And then obviously I'm trying to sort out the continuing saga that is my bathroom, which is probably my low light of the week. So let's kick it off. Let's just get going. Let's just start chatting. I don't know why I went so cockney. Let's start chatting. Let's hit me with the highlights and lowlights of the week. I'm just gonna kick off here about this bloody bathroom situation. Like, I had the surveyor come round today and was like, oh yeah, you can't do any of this. And I was like, what are you... Like, I don't understand. Why is both the situation is a designer comes and looks at your bathroom and then you design it, and then a surveyor comes to like see if it's possible. Surely the surveyor should come first to like see what is possible and take the measurements properly, and then look at the whatever and then go back. Because now I'm going to have to go back tomorrow to change things out, and there's new costs that have been added on. I'm like, why? This is so annoying. Like, the guy was saying this, that and the other, and I was like, I literally don't care. I just want to shower and just it not to be gross. Like, what? Why is it so hard? I'm having to go to work early as well so I can shower at work. The days are so long. Yeah, it's a right pain in the arse. And it's bumming me out. It's really annoying. I don't like it. It's taking up so much time. There's no time for anything else but stress. So that's probably the low light of the week. I can't even think what else is going on. I mean, I guess low light was, the... Oh my God, we have been blessed. The real Jesus Christ himself. I shall bless this stream. Have a wonderful day. What a role-playing exercise. Jesus, please help me with my adulting. I'm really bad at it. Please, can I live in my forever home at some point and help me sell this flat? Amen. I'm sorry I never got confirmed. All right? I don't really regret it, but maybe this is my punishment. And if so, That's really mean, Jesus, all right? I didn't want to go back to be confirmed because I didn't want to have to see all the people that I mildly cared about in primary school. Okay? Is that such a crime? I was also, 13? I don't want to do that shit. So, also, Jesus, while we're at it, do I love thy neighbour? That is true. Maybe I don't. Also, we're not alone. There's someone upstairs. So maybe this is the punishment. Love thy neighbour apparently means don't shout dickhead at your neighbour when they're being annoying. So who knew that's what Jesus meant all those years ago? I'm sure the houses back in Jesus' time were also pretty bad. So maybe that was happening then. Like, keep your cow under control. I can hear it through my A-wall. I don't know also why people in Jerusalem spoke with a country accent, but or a Cockney accent either. But who knows? They didn't even have upstairs neighbours back then because I don't think that would have been a structural thing. So you would just have to have very thin walls, or everyone lived in a detached house and was just living the dream. I don't know. Right, it's gone on. Well-known fact: Jesus did have a rural Cockney accent. All right, geezers, who wants a bit of healing today? Bit of healing, you know what I mean? Yeah. Get on your knees, love. Woo! Don't know what's happened to me. That's sending me to hell. Okay, right. So yeah, that's the low light. Just too stressful, too annoying. What's my highlight? I can't. Oh, actually, drinks was very nice. I had drinks on Wednesday. That was fun, chatting with everybody. And keep it PG, Lucy. I was telling her to pray. All right, that's all that meant. I am a PG girl. I mean, I got Holy Communion. I've got to count for something. I did 3 of the 4 steps to heaven. Ow! It's a punishment. So that's what I've got going on. I am burnt out with existing. Take me back to simpler times. Okay, right. Chris J says I'll quote Freddie Mercury. I'd rather go to hell. All the interesting people are there. Who's in hell? I'll see you in hell. Yeah, I wish you well. I wonder who's upstairs and they're like, what suddenly happened? Why has it suddenly got super loud? Maybe you should get your floor fixed. Maybe you should insulate the floor if that's how I think it is. I'm being is the word bitchy, snarky, bit cheeky? Don't know, I'm in my bitch phase. I've got that can't be asked attitude. Also, we are dangerously close to getting a platinum, and I might be like, moaning about things and I don't even see it pop. So keep your beady eyes. It's like bingo. If you spot the plat, maybe there is a non-existent prize in it for you. Okay, that's all I've got to say. I'm going to move on to you guys. What you guys say. Oh, this is very refreshing. That was a great choice. Great choice. Marawan says, looking it down. Oh, sorry. I didn't even read that properly. Lowlight was I went to Dubai but stayed in a hotel because I had food poisoning. No, what? Highlight, I got the new Orange Pro Max today. What's that? Is that the iPhone? I don't even know what's going on in the world, everybody. I wake up, I read my emails, I get a bit of PlayStation time, and I go to work and I do what I do then, and I come back and I'm tired and I go to sleep and I rinse and repeat, and then it's like, I have to edit something for the show, I've got to edit something for you, I've got a streamer. Don't know what's happening in the news. I'm guessing it's the new iPhone. But congrats, love it. But sorry that your holiday meant that you were in the hotel, but I hope you feel better now and you were all right on the journey. Robert Wall says, highlight, I'm now able to drink tea and eat chocolate, cheese and cereal again after my blood test on Tuesday. Nice. I'm feeling like a 3-bowl cereal day. That's a I can't cross that. That's a new low. I've only ever had 2 bowls of cereal in one day. Although, have I had a mug of cereal before? I feel like I can't cross the 2 boundary, but I do kind of really want to. But you did well. Like the caffeine withdrawal was so bad, my lower body ached for 4 days straight, and then I did my back in at work today. That's nuts that caffeine can do to you, but congrats on making it. And I hope you're enjoying the cheese, chocolate, and cereal and tea to its full enjoyments. Jamie says, hi, that's Lockin down with Lucy, and thank you very much. Got my 18th platinum in Horizon Forbidden West, completed Uncharted 3, and FC26 early access has started. Thumbs up. Lots of great gaming things happening. Lowlight, my dad had shoulder surgery and is in a lot of pain. Shout out to Jamie's dad. Hope you are well. Maybe he can enjoy watching you platinum all the wonderful games you were playing. Good haul there. Ian Graham says, highlight Locking It Down with Lucy and Indie Stream. Thank you very much. A lot of you big into the FC26 being out. My PlayStation is crackalackling back here. You alright? You alright, babe? Everything, you good? I'm so worried. For some reason, I've become super paranoid recently that my PlayStation 5 is going to have that leaking metal thing, which apparently was happening to PlayStation. I'm like, don't die on me, Luther. Don't die on me. I've got to remember to back up all my saves. So I hope my PlayStation. We are meant to be together. We are quite similar. He creaks, I creak, I moan, he moans. You know, we're peas in a pod. Although one thing he does do that I don't do, he does fart when he wakes up in the morning. I don't do that, but he does. Okay, so does a little when I turn him on. Don't know why or where that comes from, but it's a little quirk that Luther does. Bless him. Sorry, I've derailed your message, Ian Graham. Also bought Borderlands 4 and Dying Light the Beast. Pre-ordered James Bond at First Light and Battlefield 6 and have next week off. Living it. Sounds epic. Love it. Happy for you. Hope it goes well. Pippin Bam Bam says, highlight just finished New Game Plus on Spider-Man 2018 to get 100% of the trophies. Can't think of a lowlight, touchwood. Love that. Glad you're living your best life, Pippin Bam Bam. Thank you. Sometimes the chat for me just kind of like freezes. So, what's going on? Oh gosh, lots happened since I last read the last one. Ian Graham says, lowlight, a trophy in ambulance life seems bugged and has stopped me from the platinum. Gosh, there's always roadblockers somewhere, but us trophy hunters, we get knocked down, but we get up again. You ain't never gonna stop the plat. We get knocked down, and we get up again. You ain't never gonna stop the plat. Gaming the night away. Gaming the night away. He watches YouTube guide. He reads the text guide. I could go on forever. He looks at all the Reddit threads. He starts a boosting group. Anyway, I'm going to stop. Oh, PlayStation. I will second that I am too burned out with the distance, Lucy. The burnout crew. Burnout. Terrence says, hi, Locking It Down with Lucy and the Indie Streams. Thank you very much. Lola, another day, another dollar. I feel it. Dusty is saying, highlight 2 shinies this week. Save-Ro, nice. And you got the duck game. I was going to ask, congratulations. I was going to ask if anybody else who did the duck game is still waiting for their platinum. Is it just me? Am I the slow coach that's waiting now? I've got just all the collection to go, which I think is about 6 more ducks, so maybe like 30 more minutes. So we're not going to see any movement soon. But congrats! And thank you for joining me in the duck game. I appreciate that. And my trophy streak has reached 294 days. Low like the stress of trying to keep a trophy streak alive. Yeah, I can imagine. That must be a lot, especially if it's still going. And highlight, it's the weekend, although I've got to spend mine. I'm at my bathroom. Alistair McRae says, Ghost of Yoto released in 2 weeks. Is it really 2 weeks? My God. That has crept up on us. Dodie Farrell says, highlight got the platinum in Earth Defense Force 6. It took 471 hours. Lowlight, very tired as work's been so busy. I feel you. I'm giving you a high five. I'm so tired as well. I'm so tired. I had to wake up I know this is going to sound so trivial because a lot of people have to wake up early, but I had to wake up so early the other day because I had a 9 o'clock meeting, but I had to get into work early to shower. So it's like getting up and then like packing all my stuff and then quickly having cereal and then going on the train and being like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. And then showering and then looking like, in time for the meeting. Oh my God. And then I didn't get home until late because it was drinks. And then there was stuff happening. It was long. My legs ached. Sometimes you ever feel like you're walking and your legs just don't feel like your legs anymore. They're just doing it. They're just going. You're like, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Keep going. We have to make it. But I feel like that sometimes. Skip to the end says, highlights are playing both Skate and Gears Reloaded. It's like late 2000s all over again. Nice, nice. Luther never dies. Please, let's say that. Fabio says, like long and tiring week. God, everyone with the long and tiring weeks. What's happened to modern life? Modern life's too complicated. Well, it is. It's too much. Highlight weekend and rest of Lucy's streams. Thank you. Let's say but I like how your dad is well, I wouldn't say invested, but knows about that. Last time he walked in when we were playing the duck game, he said, "What the F is this?" I like I've just given your dad an accent as well. I apologise, but I love that. What's he up to now? Playing with plastic ducks. But you also got your duck plat weeks ago. Nice. Is there nothing you can do to speed up the process of getting the ducks you need? There is nothing. Oh, you gave up the ducks. That's totally understandable. Highlight, seeing how elated Lucy has been living in a quiet flat. Yeah, I mean, that's annoying. I've been out every single day. Like today I worked from home, which may be why I have more energy. But yeah, every day I've been out this week, so I've not been able to relish the quietness, but the sleeping has been super nice. But yeah, someone's skulking around upstairs now. They're not being very noisy, but I can just hear them obviously walking, which is obviously acceptable behaviour. It was acceptable, so that's fine. But yeah, I do wonder what's going down. So what's going down? So yeah, seems like we're all feeling a bit tired, which is sad, but hopefully for the next whiles we can make each other happy. So cheers. But like I said, my week has been pretty dull, and therefore I came up with this idea for clip of the week. So I'm just gonna run the VT, and you can just enjoy it while I'm just gonna pretty much down this drink because I think it's very, very nice. Elena Fisher says there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies, because I do want to talk about these movies in detail. So I actually did enjoy it, but I guess a highlight, I did enjoy watching the films back to back at the weekend. I did the 4th one on Saturday and the 5th one on Sunday. So please enjoy. Clip. I don't. It's not the sim. I think it must be the owner who's. I don't really know. Like taking pictures. I don't know what they've been here since about 6 o'clock or something. So I don't really know what they're doing. So yeah. Right. Let's roll the VT while I down this. Way. So yeah, this is the state of the bathroom. Basically, all of this has come away from the wall. So no showering. I was meant to record something when I was looking at bathrooms, but I forgot because I'm rubbish at doing this vlogging thing that I'm trying to do this week. But yeah, put the deposit down. I've got to read a contract. So yeah, sounds like it's going to be good. So back to work and streaming later. This is going to be a boring week, everyone. I'm just going to let you know. I don't think I'm doing anything fun. So see how this goes. Here at the park, waiting for the ball for but where is Luna? Where is she? Where can she spot the Luna in this photograph? I believe. There she is. Why does she do? She's so far away. Right, give it to her, Imogen, throw the ball. We shall see if that was Luna. Yeah, she was there. Luna, you muppet. She can't even find the ball. Oh, she got it. Luna, you silly sausage. Alright. So now it's Monday. I don't know how much I'm going to film on these days, so I have to go to the office pretty much every day until Thursday. So We'll see, but this is the first time back in London since the tube strikes. And it's cold now, it's so cold. I'm still rocking the shades. I don't know why I'm not speaking, but here's the setup for today's stream. Will we get out of the Vatican? I hope so. It's very dark, very moody. We'll see. That's Monday done. What? At some point you got to sit down and edit the video. Ow, now I've got pins and needles. Ah. Showering at work. Hell yeah. It's actually quite a nice shower, to be fair. So I'm going to record the quacking and the environment to end the vlog. Da-da-da-da-da. How do you do that? And just like that, it's Thursday morning and I'm up really early because I have to go to work really early today. So we're going to see how this goes. But there you go. That was my week. I need to edit this before I go to work in a bit. I've got to leave the house in like an hour. So I'll edit this, render this, and then back to the show. So I hope you enjoyed snippets of my week. If I knew the dates, I would say them. Goodbye. I'm tired, man. So there you go. It's a little experiment there. I wanted to try and film a little bit of each day, just to kind of give the vibe, a slice of life, as they say. That's my life as a movie. But yeah, people are commenting on Luna's weight, which I will let the family know because I do agree. I think Luna has lost weight. Yay, little Luna! I think my dad has stopped feeding her as many scraps as he used to. So, yeah, I thought that as well, actually, when I saw her. I feel like I hadn't seen her for a while at one point, and I came back and I was like, oh man, Luna's looking good. So yeah, hopefully that'll be better for her joints and stuff because yeah, she did have a little pudding bum before. So now, yeah, hopefully she will be all right. She was having a bit of leg troubles, and I think it's because she likes to run and she likes to jump, and that's what I was trying to say to my dad. I was like, Dad, like, obviously Luna lives an active lifestyle, and if she's like heavier, she has to compensate for that. She's going to hurt herself. Like she wants to do the things she wants to do. So yay, I'm glad to see that you guys saw that Luna's hard work. Not that Luna's had to really do anything, I guess, but her hard work has paid off. So yeah, started with bathroom drama. Weekend, obviously, doing some shopping. I was actually quite proud of myself for getting those shots in the shop where I like put my phone and was like, okay, now I'm going to walk away and pretend like I'm shopping. A candid life shot there. And then, yeah, work days just like going to work, see the shower experience, and then having drinks in the office. Of course, the vlog ended on Thursday because I was meant to do the show on Thursday. So, although today would have been just like, oh, I was just sitting at home and doing this. So Rob Ross's bonus highlight, I have lost 9 stone in the last 2 months. Congrats. Okay, so why is the flag half mast of Christian? I did wonder if people asked about the flag. Man, I don't even know where to begin with this. Okay, so I went to my parents' house on Sunday as per clip of the week because I wanted to watch Dial of Destiny and also take a shower at their house. And so I was like, you know what, I'll go there and I will watch it on Imogen's Disney Plus because she's got it on the TV. So when I got off the bus, not where I live, but the street, my parents live on quite a long street. So I felt like in my mind it has like the street has different sections. So this is like the other end of the street. They had put all the flags up on their side of the street or whatever. And for those of you outside the UK, there's like a flag movement thing going on here, like protests and stuff. Like it's actually quite bad. Every weekend there are like protests which kind of turn into mini riots, but not quite. Like, it gets quite aggressive at the weekends. So avoid London at the weekend if you can. And so people in protest for this are putting flags up around the local areas. So I don't think the flag is meant to be at half-mast, but because it's like a a bodge job that I don't know who and when they're doing it, but I'm guessing they must be doing it at night. Like, someone's obviously going around climbing up the lampposts and attaching these flags with like zip things. Thankfully, I don't have any on my street. Obviously, people have got them outside their house, which I think is fine. But I think putting it on the street is a little bit much, unless you've all agreed, obviously. Like, I don't really think I have a lamppost right outside my house, but I would feel a bit like weird about it because it makes it look like I agree with the flag. But I've got nothing to do with it. I didn't do anything. I can't climb up there. So that's why the flag is there. But it's like a weird point in history, or at least the UK at the moment. Like, it's weird. Like, whenever I see flags for the UK or England, I just assume a sporting event's happening. Like, that's what I associate it with. It's like, oh, England must be playing, or it's the Olympics. But no, this is something else. But yeah, it is actually quite interesting, though, in terms of, like, I have been watching. I don't know if this is good or bad, but people are going to these protests, not to be as part of the protest, but to just film it. Like, this guy called Wesley who does it, and it's just, like, interesting to watch. He, like, tries to get in on filming whatever the action is taking place. And, like, I think I was talking about it before, actually. I think he doesn't... I think he's fairly neutral in his videos. Like, he just wants to get the opinions of both sides. But the one that he posted like today was the one from last week, and last week's one was the one where the police were getting their batons out and having to hit people, and he was able to film some of that. Oh my god, it's all a bit crazy, it's all a bit nuts. So yeah, but it's interesting to watch just to see what's happening, but I also don't really know what's happening. And yeah, it's a bit awkward, isn't it, at the moment? It's not great. I do think some people are just going there for a laugh. Like, not that it's a laughing matter, but some people are like, yeah, it's going to be well fun, innit? We'll just go and have a few beers and shout at the police and wear England flags. I'm like, Christ, I don't think that's what it's about. That's not what this show's about. So yeah, that is why the flag is there. So yeah, there was my pretty boring assessment of that situation and of the week. So let's go to happier things. I don't want to dwell on yes, it's definitely attracted the football. Yeah, you're right. And that's why it's like I get things are frustrating. I think people are there to like blow off steam or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's turning into a mob rule, but it's very, very strange. There were lots of police around my area last weekend as well, which was quite weird. I was like, oh, God, shut your doors and stay indoors. Weird times. Okay, right. But let's move on to happier things. Now, I'm going to let you guys decide. Do we want to talk about Indiana? Let's talk about... I was going to let you guys decide, but I'm actually just going to pick the topic because I feel like I've got less to say. Right. So I am never going to get to 80% completion because I keep starting new games. And one of the new games I did finally start was Gears of War Reloaded, which is obviously a massive game, a massive franchise on Xbox that I had never had the opportunity to play, but I'd always heard things about it and people said that I would like to have played it. So I was looking forward to that. So I'm just going to say something before I say whatever I'm going to say, okay? It's like a disclaimer. You're going to watch the reverse of a Disney movie. You know, when you watch, you go on Disney Plus or whatever, and you watch a movie that was made in 1950, and a disclaimer comes up at the front and says, this film was made in a time where other attitudes and whatever was said, we do not stand by these values. This is that disclaimer, but in reverse. This video was made in 2025, talking about source material that was made in 2008. Don't be mad. Okay, that's the disclaimer. Gears of War Reloaded. I don't know what to say about it. It's not what I thought it was going to be. And I'm not going to say, I don't think it's bad, but I feel like it's going to sound like I'm going to say it's bad. I think it was just more... I had to readjust my expectations. And obviously it's because right now, very privileged, played a lot of video games from 2000. When did it come out? 2007, 2008, something like that. Played a lot of video games since then to now. So I've experienced a lot of things. So going back to something that's old, there's like a little bit of an adjustment you have to make, and you have to like lower the bar a bit. So that was quite shocking, because I think in my mind, I thought there was going to be more to it than it was. I thought 2006, like even further back. Have you ever played any Xbox game before? I mean, I was thinking about this as well. Like, I'd never played one that you would say is like a big exclusive one. Like, I played Cuphead when that came over from Xbox. Mass Effect was originally on Xbox and came over. So I'd done a few of those, but not. I've not like done a Halo, and I've not done a what's the other one? The Willow and the Wisp, or whatever it's called. And I've not done Fable. Those are in my mind are the big, or Forza. Those seem to be the big ones in my mind that come to Xbox for me. But yeah, so 2006, obviously a long time ago. That's when this channel started. This channel started in 2006. What was little old Lucy doing in 2006? I was making Doctor Who YouTube videos. I still had a PS2. So I was playing probably San Andreas, that kind of stuff. So with that mindset, yes, this game is very good for 2006, and quite different from anything I would have played before. But it's weird coming back to it. So what I liked about the game was I was expecting like a more... Oh man, it's tough, because I know how much people love this game. And I think this game is what Lucy, who was 15 at the time, looked at Xbox and was like, oh yeah, I don't want an Xbox because it's, soldiers shooting people. This game is soldiers shooting people. Like, you can't, there's no bones about it. That's what it was. And that didn't appeal to me when I was younger. Like, I had no, I didn't really play many games with guns other than GTA or whatever, but they do the shooting well. Now, obviously, I go back and I'm like, okay, this is fine. So I do like that the game just starts. Like, there's no, I thought there would be more story to it, to be honest, but it is just a third-person cover shooter. And I say that, and it sounds a bit, degrading, but it's just a third-person cover shooter. But it's not trying to be anything else, and we should accept it for that, which I do, and everyone else did. Like, it's doing it well. I just thought there was going to be more happening. But yeah, I started up the game. I am playing it in co-op, which I do think is making the game more fun for me. I think I would have been more bored, if I can say that, without having someone to chat to. So yeah, the game just starts, and I'm like, you know what? Respect. We're not spending 4 hours setting up some big story or character building or whatever is going on. It's just like, there was a cutscene that I may have slightly missed because something happened that I had to turn around and miss something. But the cutscene happened, and then it's like, you're already in the place you're meant to be to start the shooting. I mean, I did actually really like how when the game started, there was a very small tutorial. So small, I'd actually just forgotten it to this point. It was like, you have to run the thing, you meet your friend, and he's like, do you want to go left to do the training or right to just carry on? I was like, that's kind of cool, because if it's your second playthrough, you don't want to do the training bit again, you can just run through. But I did just do that bit. And then, yeah, you're just in the thick of it. And you are going into cover, you are popping out, and you are shooting. Rinse and repeat. There are enemies, there are acts or levels and things that happen, and the game just happens. The things... It does do that thing which I do like about video games. You're on, like, the river. Like, you're not getting off. You're not, like, on a bus, and you pull up at the bus stop. Who's getting off of this? Oh, me. Get up, John. We have to go. This is our stop, John. Like, you're just going. And I do quite like that, because then it flows quite seamlessly. And you're not sort of, like... It's sometimes quite easy to keep playing the game without finding a suitable stopping point. So... that is good. I mean, yes, exactly. Simpler times. The character design is... you know what? I quite like the character design. It's silly, but I like that it's got like it's got something to it. It's got character. It's a character design with character. They are, cartoonishly oversized, and that's kind of funny. I I respect that. So it's also quite crazy how short the game is. Also, I like that. Yeah, they are chunky boys. Chunky boys. I also like that the combat is pretty simple. Like I said, pop out, shoot. You do need to take cover though. Like, you will be punished if you are not doing the third person cover thing, which does feel a little bit like old school, but you know, I get it. That was new back then. And I do like how each level just has like very simple collectibles, which they actually mark with a like gear symbol to let you know there's a collectible in the area. So it's very plug in and play, I'd say. It's very accessible, easy to start. There's no friction. So I do like it in that sense. So the main, I guess, feature of the game, which I think is the best thing, everyone's going to agree, it was new at the time. I've done some research, by the way. I've talked to other people because I wanted to gather my sources. And it was this active reload thing. And as soon as I did it, I was like, oh, it's like Returnal. Returnal had this thing. And it is very satisfying, the active reload. So for those of you who not played the game, you press, I think it's R2 to reload, or whatever you press to reload, and you see the reload bar go up, and then you've got like a little window, like a white window where you can press R2 again, and there's like inside the window there's an even thinner window, and if you get it in that window, you will reload quicker. But if you get it in that window, you will reload quicker, and your bullets for the whole round will be more powerful. And I really enjoyed the meta game for that. That's my favorite part. Like, I'm shooting. My mysterious co-op partner did point out to me, like, oh, isn't it interesting how when you start running out of bullets, the bullets make a different sound, so you know that it's reload time coming up. So it actually feels a bit more like, you know, Helldivers. You don't want to reload too early because you want to try and get that active reload so that your full clip can be super powerful. So, and also you'll catch the fuck yeah or nice when you get it done. You're like, hell yeah. So I am playing as Dom in this scenario, as I am not the host, so I play as Dom. Actually, you know what? I started off on a boo-boo, but I'm actually going to now give it some hype up. So I don't like always being player 2, all right? I find it, I forgot psychological law or whatever, but I like being player 1 too as well, you know. I don't want to always be like, oh, Lucy, she's player 2, all right? We're going to put you're always going to be that character. Like, I don't like it. It's annoying. So sometimes I want to be the host or whatever. But what I like about, like, for instance, when you're playing Crash Bandicoot, which one is it? I think it's Mind Over Mutant or Crash of the Titans. If you want to play with somebody else, someone is Crash and someone is Shadow Crash. I don't want to be Shadow Crash all the time. I want to be real. Let me be real. What I like about this game is that no, I want to take turns. I'm a fair main character energy. I think there's room for us all to be the main character, but don't always be relegated to the side, the side best friend character, okay? But what I like about this game is it feels like Marcus is the main character, but then when you start to play it more, I feel like they're both the main character. I feel like that Marcus and Dom have like equal weightings, and like both have personalities of their own. They both have things going on. Like, it's not like every time you watch a cutscene, it's always Marcus being like the person who the cutscene is focusing on, and your dudes in the background just being like, yeah. Like, sometimes it's actually just Dom who's doing something. So I do really like that. I feel like, I mean, obviously the experience is not unique, but it still makes you feel engaged in the story, and like we are a team and we're working together, which I think is really cool. There's also bits where the game wants you to split up. Now, the split up bits are not again, they're not crazy. It's kind of like you'll be doing a high road or someone else will be another road, like somewhere else, and you can like look through the window to help the other person out. It's nice, it's just nice, and it makes you feel like, I'm not always following the butt of character 1, because that's character 2 can sometimes fall into the trap of just, you're just staring at character 1's butt the whole time, and then you're staring at that butt. So yeah, I do really like that about it. It feels like each character's unique, and it does feel like it's meant for co-op. Like some games, Saints Row 4, feel like they like tacked co-op on, and it's not like, your characters are just not actually together in this weird world, but this does feel like it. It does, though, in a weird way. And I can't work out why. Now this might, I don't know, this may offend or unoffend people. It reminds me of a lot of Resident Evil 6. I can't stop but getting flashbacks of Chris Redfield's character and that guy whose name escapes me, but I think his name is Piers. They were two army bros in Resident Evil 6 that would just go into rooms, shoot people, and then move on. Now, Resident Evil 6 came after Gears of War, so they were probably inspired by that and tried to do something similar. So that, I think it's just because I played that one first. How very dare you? Very Catherine Tate. So I think that's where that's coming from. Like army bros in underground kind of sewerish looking locations, shooting people, booting down doors and getting to the next area. So that's what that reminds me of. But I'm having I'm having a good time. Now that I've readjusted my expectations, it's not a blockbuster movie by any stretch of the imagination. I couldn't really tell you what's going on in the game, to be quite honest. Isn't there some kind of war with like the underground bugs? There's like an underground civilization or something, or aliens, even though they can't be aliens because they're from Earth. They've come up and now we're fighting them because the world has changed because of them. The end? Fine, that's okay. I can deal with that. There are obviously different types of enemies, so that makes it a bit more different to do. There are some nice little set piece moments. It does feel very video gamey, and I like that. I think that's fine. Sometimes you just want to get stuck into a good old fashioned video, and this is itching that spot. Like I can pay attention, I can have a good time shooting, and just enjoy, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to seeing where it all goes, seeing how, and I will continue playing the franchise because I'm sure it only gets better. Like this is, this is basically Uncharted 1, and Uncharted 1 is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. As much as I love it, I think someone could definitely say the same criticism that I'm saying about Gears of War to Uncharted 1, but in different ways. They'd probably say there was good story, but the shooting, was a bit lackluster. I'd say the main thing about Uncharted 1 that could be better is the pacing. Like, I'm saying that Gears is a lovely river. Uncharted does feel like you're stuck in a traffic jam for a bit. You're not trying to, shoot people in waves and waves and waves. I do think that is a problem. So, as a first game, obviously Mass Effect 1 also has problems, but I love Mass Effect 1 DA, so I won't hear anything about Mass Effect 1. As much as it's clunky and a bit shit, I love it. It's like, it makes me happy, Mass Effect 1, so yeah, I am enjoying it. A lot of people I see are asking, are you going to go and get the platinum? Oh boy. So, it's not easy, this one, and it's been a long time since I played a game that I've had to think, am I going to get the platinum? Because, we all like playing games. We've done the platinum thing. Platinums are a lot easier these days than they used to be. I mean, is that controversial to say? I don't know. But I do feel like a lot of the time, they're very run-of-the-mill. They might ask you to do something that's maybe a bit out of your, not comfort zone, but and they might ask you to do a little bit of extra effort, like play the game again, but to get a different ending, or play the game on hard. But this has quite a substantial amount of multiplayer trophies, like more than I actually thought. And I was like, so I will give multiplayer a go. I'm mulling up whether I want to commit to seriously, which, for those of you that don't know, seriously is you have to kill 10,000 people in multiplayer, which it's doable because you can boost it, you can grind it, but it will take 50 hours if you're going to do it solo. It's not straightforward. I was speaking to Fallout on the Discord about it. You do have to make PSN accounts to play with other people. So yeah, I'm trying to decide because I'm never going to get an 100% completion account. That's off the table for me. So it's whether I can be bothered to do it or care deeply about it. I will like to try and do what I would normally do, get as many of the trophies as I can. So I will dip into the multiplayer, have a go, check it out now, fuck so brother, and just see how it goes, and then decide about seriously. But I am looking forward to because right now I'm playing it on normal, and you can just switch your brain off slightly and plow in and just kill things. You will get killed very quickly actually if you're not in cover a lot. But I am interested how the game plays when you have to play it on the hardest difficulty, which I can't remember the name of it, but there is a trophy to do it. And I do wonder then if it's going to start feeling like, right, now it's game time, it's getting serious, we're going to have to plan, we're going to have to, sort out strategies and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that, but you've got to have the chill playthrough first. I want to just enjoy, soak it up, get to know what's going on, and then you do a second playthrough, you're like, right, this is that bit where we had to like shoot those krill things, this is the plan, So, yeah, we'll see how we get along. But yeah, we are starting our next... Didn't I say I had the plan? Aaron Sullivan saying hello. Yeah, this was the plan. We're doing it. We're playing Indiana Jones. We've moved on to our next set of games. Indiana Jones is happening. We have Gears of War happening. I do need to finish off that Endlings. I'm halfway through watching Optanoob's video on it. And then, yeah, Ghost of Yote is right around the corner. And then it might as well be Halloween, so I've got to start playing Resident Evil 8. It's all happening. But I did see a new game that I want to play. I don't know where this game came from, but I like to keep my eye out for a co-op game, as you know. And there's like a cute little Lego game called Lego Voyager. I don't know if it's shit or not though, but I think it might be okay. And you just play as the red brick and the blue brick. And it looks like that might just be a nice, like, chill, fun one to just do, maybe. So I'm keeping that on my radar for, like, if I'm, like, just want something simple to play over the holidays. That could be a good one. So, yeah, that is going down. Yeah, I do need to finish Saints Row 4. So for those who don't know, I've been playing Saints Row 4. It's very, very long. In fact, I haven't really spoke about Saints Row 4 much, have I? I can't remember if I spoke when I first played it, but there was one trophy that was stopping us from getting the platinum. And you have to play Saints Row 4 for a total of 40 hours. But the game does not have 40 hours of content. We beat pretty much all of the game in about just shy of 30 hours. And I'm like, I get it. They had a trophy in Saints Row 3 that was to beat the game, to play 30 hours of Saints Row 3. Cool, 30 makes sense. You're asking too much for 40 hours when your game does not support 40 hours of content. I'm so sorry, but it doesn't. So I was waiting for a time to do the old overnight, keep your PlayStation running. I had to do it because it was like there was nothing else to do other than just stand around. So I put my PlayStation on one night and prayed about the electricity bill and went to sleep. And I woke up the next morning, I was like, right, I'm going to have a platinum, I'm going to have the trophy for sure this morning. And I looked at my PlayStation, it was like, your controller ran out of battery. And I was like, oh no, so none of my time counted. So I had to wait to do it again, and I just had to leave it running. So that is what was holding us up. I'm still waiting for the co-op partner to also idle their game, so then we can do the final mission together, because we just haven't done the final mission. So yeah, that is what was going on there. But I mean, the game was fine. It is dumb fun, but I also feel like after a while the fun just turns into... So I do want to do a video on this at some point, because I've played a lot of co-op games over the past couple of years, and not all of them are good. Some of them are very good, not all of them good. But I do find that some games, I say, turn me into zombie mode, where I just go at the screen. Like, you know how it is. And it's not even like, okay, this is me playing Uncharted or Clair Obscur. Yes! Yeah! Okay. This is me playing Neo 2. So yeah, at the weekend, we need to get that guy over there. Actually, should we go that way around? Okay, yeah. Oh my, yeah. So at the weekend, it was like really good. We went and we ate food at Dishoom. Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah, quick. Yes, get the thing. Yeah! Okay, this is me playing Saints Row 4. mode. I don't know what happens. Certain games, if my attention is not being grasped, I just go to zombie. And then I'm just sitting there in silence. I don't know how it happens. I feel like Saints Row 4 made me zombie. And Dead Island 2 made me zombie. I think you've got to have a little bit... That's why I'm also enjoying Gears of War. Because I don't feel like we're zombieing. Because we also do have to communicate. Because a part of playing a co-op game... Getting to the minutiae of playing a co-op game. What makes a good co-op game? You've got to have something in the game that's going to create conversation and communication between the two people to keep the conversation going. I mean, obviously I talk until the cows come home, but even sometimes, believe it or not, the cows do come home even for me. So you need to have this like a rapport, something that's gonna be like, right, strategy, planning, thinking, and then you're also having a bit of a chit chat. Otherwise, zombified. So yeah, that's kind of what happens. But I mean, it was silly, it was fun, it was all right, but not. I wouldn't recommend. I'm so sorry. I mean, it's an easy find platinum, but yeah, but that said, if you do want to be zombified, which is totally fine, like, you know, life's hard. Sometimes you do just want to veg out on the couch and zombie. It's a great zombie game. Or it's a great game if you want to just listen to a podcast that, say, happens every Thursday. That's when that person will be bothered to show up on a Thursday, sometimes Friday, and listen to, you know, something else and, you know, zombie out. Like, oh. It's great for that. Otherwise, nah. Did it start out as zombie or did it go like that after a while? I think very quickly I noticed we zombied. That's my term for it. And I'm like, oh no, we're zombieing. Because no one wants to zombie. Saints Row 4 suffers from it has 25% too much of everything. Yeah, and there is a lot of grime in that game. Chris says, no harm meant. I myself have a mild form of Asperger's. Have you considered you might have ADHD or ADD? Not being able to keep focus on one thing is one of the symptoms. Someone else has said this to me recently. And I mean, I take no offense because obviously I don't think having any of these things is a detriment or whatever. But I don't know. I've just never thought about it, to be honest. I feel like the other day I was thinking I've got the dad in me, like my dad. Like, he can't sit down. He has to always do something. I used to be like my mum when I was younger. I would just stay up late and then sleep all day and then wake up at 1 o'clock and they'll be like, oh, Lucy's finally woken up. But now I feel like I've got the dad in me where I've got to like, okay, I'm going to go up the front now. Or what am I doing now? What am I doing now? Like, so maybe, I don't know. I do feel like I'm just sitting down too long. But I don't know. Maybe that's why I say my ears are bored sometimes. This is true. I totally get you. Dormouse and I go zombie sometimes. Borderlands the pre-sequel. See? Games, this is... What is it with the first-party games? First person games. I like that you understand what I mean, Robert Wall. Sometimes it's like, it's weird. It's like the game... Do you know what it's like? I was saying this as well, like... It's like the game is like massaging my brain into submission... that I'm getting a smooth brain, like smooth one cell, like nothing, like a weird sort of anesthesia to thinking. That's now what I've done to my hair. But I think that's how I feel. It's just like, oh my God, it's like it's numbing my senses, this game. I can no longer think about anything else. So yeah. Yeah, we realised it's time to stop when we didn't talk for 2 hours. Yeah, so my Lucy's top 5 list of games that will zombify you. So yeah, I'm gonna, speaking of zombified, let's check in on the ducks, man. How many ducks have we got to go? Have I got all my ducks in a row? No, I don't. How many ducks are we missing? 3 ducks! So that should be 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. So I can fill for 15 more minutes. Keep your eyes peeled, everybody. In 15 minutes' time, I may finally have earned another platinum. It's been so bleeding long. The whole point of co-op is the social element. Is it going zombie defeats the object? Yeah, that's why I don't like when we play games where we go zombie, because I'm like, ah! Like, obviously sometimes you don't have to talk all the time. It's okay to not. But, yeah. I like, that's why I like things where you're a bit more bah, 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 bah. And Saints Row didn't have the bah, 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 bah. Also, Saints Row also had a thing which I found annoying and destructive to co-op, which would be you're both in the game, and if your character got to something before the other character did, then their character would do the thing and your character would just watch. So it'd be like, this character got up here, now they've got the button prompts, like, and I don't know that they're doing that. My character, and when I say watch, I'm not saying we're watching a cutscene. I'm just sometimes watching a cutscene, but sometimes just watching them do something and I don't know what's going on. It's like, oh, I'm pressing triangle right now and I'm doing this. I'm like, oh, okay. So it feels like the fake co-op experience, but I mean, all the same, it's still something to do. I do like that we're on this like adventure to try and co-op platinum as many games as possible. So I feel like Robot War and Dormouse are coming for us on that too. So we'll see you at the co-op platinum finals whenever that happens. Pippin Bambo says, my preferred co-op games are Fall Guys and FIFA because me and my friend can socialise while periodically discussing the game. I think that is the sweet spot. That's what you're looking for, is that kind of thing. Sorry, was in the middle of the game. Gears is easy to pick up but difficult to master. There is a high skill level in it, but you can boost this one. Insane tough but not impossible. I think this is a good summary. It is definitely pick up and play, and I'm looking forward to seeing how difficult the hard is and trying to get to that mastery and really having to do the cover shooter thing, because I do feel like you can get away with it slightly. I have more than 100 co-op games and plats and 100%, so blimey, I've got a ways to go. I'm trying to plat Resident Evil 3 and Borderlands 4. Nice. So, yeah, it's been a journey, so I will keep you up to date on that. But speaking of journeys, da 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 da. Right, so let's talk about the what's it called? The crystals. I think it's this way actually. The Crystal Skull, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and the Dial of Destiny. It is the 4th Indiana Jones film that came out in 2008, and the 5th Indiana Jones film that came out in 2004? 2024. I think 2024. It was last year, right? It wasn't this year. It wasn't definitely not 2023. So let's check in on the poll. 27% of you say that you prefer the 4th film, 25% of you are saying the 5th film, and 48% of you are saying that you refuse to choose, which, that's a viable option. Okay, how do I begin with sorry, I've kicked the internet. Are we back? Has the internet recuperated from when I got temporarily excited? I'm guessing so, as I see the Indiana Jones hat emoji. So when the weekend started, after we were playing Indiana Jones, I was kind of like, I think I do want to watch these films, but I kind of wanted to watch 5 more than I wanted to watch 4. But then as it got to it, I was like, actually, I do want to watch 4 just because I feel like I should complete the thing. Chris J, thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you next time, Chris J. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I was like, I should really watch 4 just to say I've done it all. So, yeah. Okay, let's start with 4. That makes sense. So, I watched 4 on Saturday. I remember I watched 4 before, only once. This was my second watch of it. And it's strange because I remember thinking Indiana Jones looked old, or Harrison Ford looked old in my mind. But then when he came on screen, I was like, actually, he doesn't look that old compared to the new one. He actually looked all right. So the film, I mean, am I going to talk spoilers? I guess. Let's put the spoiler hand up just in case, because I want to speak generally about the film. So the film takes place later. It just takes place later, to be honest. Visibly older. The end. Takes place, and I don't even know how to describe this film. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it the first time I watched it. I feel like I liked it more the first time, and this time I didn't as much. But I think it's because why was that? The whole beginning bit with the fridge was a bit shit. Here's the thing about the fridge thing, I will say. I thought that happened in the original movies because I'd never seen any of the Indiana Jones movies till quite recently. So when I watched them, I was waiting for this fridge thing to happen, thinking it was an old thing. I didn't realise it was from a movie that happened in 2008. That was kind of like shocking to me. So yeah, and I don't mind it. It's a bit silly. I don't really know why it all happens, but I do like that intro scene. That is kind of like fun. They're walking and they're trying to like give a little wink and a nod, like, oh, there's the old ark, wink, wink, wink. And then, the adventure music plays, things fall apart. Indiana Jones managed to get away. He gets in the fridge and the thing blows up and it's like, ooh, for escape. And they run off into the sunset. And then I guess this one does introduce the Shia LaBeouf's, is that how you say it? Shia LaBeouf's character as Mutt. And then I was like, oh my god, yeah, I forgot he was in this. And he ended up being Indiana Jones's kid. Which, I think on a first watch, it's more interesting, even if it's slightly, I think the icon is clipped off the screen. Oh, yeah, I don't think, hang on, let me see what's going on here. I don't want to not be missing ducks. Oh, there we go. Maybe when I was pressing buttons, I stopped the buttons pressing. I think it's a bit more interesting when you don't know what's going to happen with this character. But knowing what's going to happen with this character, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I buy this father-son thing. I do feel like they were trying to set, because obviously the Indiana Jones, big franchise. They've obviously made another one because they want to capitalize on this franchise because of money. I feel like they were trying to like Shia LaBeouf or whatever up to be the next Indiana Jones. But he just doesn't, his character is just not very good. Like, no, I've not really seen him in anything to be quite, I don't think I've seen any Shia LaBeouf films apart from Holes, to be honest. But I just don't think his character really has that je ne sais quoi about him. He's obviously a greaser. He gets a bit hot-headed. They're trying to make him be like, oh, it's a bit like Indiana Jones. But I don't think he really is. So that feels a bit of a disconnect to me, his whole character. I've never seen Transformers, never. So that doesn't really work for me, especially on a second watch, because you kind of know what's going on and where it's coming from. I don't think I suspected him being the kid the first time I watched it, to be quite honest. Maybe I was just being a dum-dum. So yeah, my favourite part of the fourth movie, though, is the motorbike scene, where it's like there's a motorbike chase and they go through the school, and then I do really enjoy if I was going to put my quote of the movie, I would put, if you really want to be a good archaeologist, you got to get out of the library. I like that line. You got to get, as he drives, and he's like, Mr. Professor Jones, I got a question. And then they drive out. I do enjoy that, him trying to sort of still juggle this being the teacher, but also being wrapped up on all these adventures. So then they go, now I will say this movie does suffer from a lot of ropey CGI. And I don't know if I can forgive it, to be honest. I know it's 2008, but I feel like Doctor Who episodes looked better than this in 2008. A lot of ropey animal CGI. They do rely heavily on animals. I don't know why. There's like a lot of animal content in this, and it all looks pretty shit. But once you get over that, I guess it's fine. But so then they finally make it to the jungle. Also, I don't like there's this other character who's like his British friend. And it's like, is he his friend? Is he not his friend? I don't care. Also, I don't like hearing him go, Jonesy, Jonesy. That's a bit much. I do like the design of the crystal skull and the mythos about it. I think that's a pretty cool object. What does it mean? What does it do? There's a lot of good build-up and mystery. I will say I do like that about the film. I'd forgotten quite a lot about it. I did remember I remember there was something to do with aliens, but I couldn't quite remember why or how. So I did enjoy following the plot along to work out what was going on there. So then they're in South Africa. Obviously, I think they're in South America. They're in South America, I think. I don't really know where they are. And eventually shenanigans happen and they meet up with Miriam. And the Miriam music plays. It's like, oh, there she is. Like, this is really what was meant to be, wasn't it? Oh my God. Now they're sinking in dry quicksand. And now's the time to be like, he's your son. And he accepts it very quickly. I feel like this is partly, like, out of the CGI monkeys is pretty bad. This is actually more unbelievable than any of the CGI. He very quickly accepts that this is the reality. I mean, maybe it's because they're like dying. But he very quickly is like, oh my God, that's my son. And like really like takes a shine to him. Like, I mean, he did kind of like him already. But more in an intriguing way, like, you're gonna do all right, kid. But then he's all of a sudden like, oh, now you're my son, I'm gonna take you on my wing. We're gonna be this big happy family. And it's a little bit blah. Now, I did say that this movie was made or came out in 2008. Who's copying who now? Uncharted 1. So then there's a sequence where they're all on jeeps going through the jungle. Sound familiar? Mm-hmm. Uncharted ripping off. And then this is obviously the infamous swinging monkey scene, which is so dumb. Obviously, it looks trash. It's flipping silly. It's not realistic. Like, who could really... But I do still like the actual fighting stuff that's happening before. Like, it does feel very Uncharted. Like, obviously, Shia LaBeouf, he's like, you know, on 2 trucks. And, and he called him Gramps already or whatever. It's so weird. Or Dad, and he called Dad, I don't know. So he's on the thing and they're having a fight sequence and they're trying to jump from truck to truck. Thought that was pretty cool. But then, obviously, the monkey bit happens. And it's like one of those things where it's like, it's so dumb. I don't hate it. It's just fun to watch because I don't know. Some people might hate it and just be like, oh my God, I hate this. But I actually find it like, it's so silly, it's funny, and so I accept it. Then all these big ants come because this movie is loving the animal insect CGI. And these ants are gross and disgusting. And, the fencing, like, don't forget your posture, blah, 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 whatever. Like, there's a lot of suddenly parenting happening, which feels a bit cringe. Which honestly, I would be so cringed out if that was me. And I was like, oh my God, my parents are here. Oh God, I'm so uncool. Stop parenting me. God. Also, he doesn't look like he'd be their kid in like an age sense. But yeah, then there's all these ants, which even though they look a bit strange and I don't really know what kind of ant this is that could do this, it is kind of scary. Like the ants. Oh my God, I forgot that John Hurt's in it. That's the other weird thing about this movie. It's so weird watching an Indiana Jones movie where I actually know who the actors are. I was like, oh, it's this guy. Oh, it's that person. Oh, I know who this is. So yeah, the ants is pretty scary. I actually quite like. You know what? I don't mind this whole sequence. I think it's kind of fun, even though it's dumb fun. And sometimes I hate dumb fun. But I think I don't like slapstick humor. But I thought this was just a bit silly, and I was like, I'm in for it. I'm vibing with it. I'm having a good time actually. You know, I'm doing the washing up while watching some of this. All right, I'm enjoying it. It's taking me time. That all happens, and then they all go to, this is silly as well. The waterfalls. Like, how are they going from one waterfall to another waterfall to another one without dying is beyond me. But they just play it off as like, hold on, we're all going to be okay. I was like, this is silly, but I think they kind of know it and it's kind of funny, maybe. I'm not sure. So that's kind of silly. And then they carry on the adventure. And then I kind of got a bit lost in the reveal of the aliens, like, so that's like some kind of like knowledge. So the power of the treasure was the knowledge, which is kind of cool. But then they put the aliens back together, and then she's like, I want to know, and then that's too much for her, and then she sort of explodes or something. But they get out of there. But that felt a bit confusing, and then having to decide like when that person they were going to save him or not, whatever. They get out of Dodge. They're like, oh man, the alien actually was kind of scary. When like I did like the bit where it's like the room is spinning round really quickly. Sorry if the internet is, I've kicked the internet. The room is spinning round and they're like, woo, 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 and they're like actually turning into the aliens. Like, I thought that was actually kind of scary. And then he like comes out and he's like, oh, that was kind of cool. do you know what? I'm kind of into this. Like I felt the beginning was quite slow, but once the journey gets going, I'm kind of having a good time. And then it's aliens. The spaceship flies off, and then as Foxy Cat reminded me, they get married. They just but I will say this was kind of annoying. I've watched a fair few movies in my time, and it's the old trope of the guy and the girl hate each other, but they actually don't hate each other, but they're going to bicker and squirrel, and then it's because they've got tension, but they're going to get together anyway. Like, that was happening a lot, and I was like, oh, for God's sakes, like, why did it have to be that way? I don't know. It didn't feel like... Also, I didn't feel like they were really their characters either. I did find it a bit like having to remember that they did. I think that was my main takeaway, actually. I didn't feel like the characters were the characters that I knew. Like, I didn't feel like Miriam was really Miriam and Indiana Jones was really Indiana Jones when they interacted with each other. I was like, it felt kind of strange. Anyway, they get married and it's happy days, and then he does the thing when he's like lost his hat or something, and then Shia LaBeouf, he tries it on, and it's like, they're trying it on. Can he be Indiana Jones? But then Harrison Ford takes it back and puts it back on. It's like, yeah, you'll never be Indiana Jones. Ba-ba-da-bum, sort of, go play with robots. And then the movie ends. And I was like, you know what? I enjoyed that. And then I watched the next movie the next day. So that's my wrap up of the fourth one. Potentially an unpopular opinion, but I wouldn't choose to watch it over the first three, I don't think, upon a rewatch. Like, I think it's fun Sunday afternoon watching. You put it on in the background to just, have on. You kind of want to pay attention. You kind of don't. Whereas I kind of want to watch the other ones properly. Like, also, but Raiders could be fun background. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's my thoughts on that one. I think my review, I enjoyed it more than I thought I enjoyed it. So there's that. So, the 13 crystal bodies recombine. So that's how they became one being. Interdimensional beings. I see. Okay, so that was kind of lost on me there. To be fair, they didn't know how right there would be about Shiloh being a bad choice. Yeah, because that was interesting. That must have been when he was like kind of coming up to the peak of his like time. Like, I know he was in like a lot of movies, even though I didn't see them. So I can see why they would have gone. So I can see why they would have like gone to pick him as a potential replacement. But I just don't think you can replace Indiana Jones or Harrison Ford. Like, I don't think the IP lends itself to that. Like, he is the character. Now, we could do a recast maybe, but I don't think some things have got to end, sadly. I don't think I'd want to see an Indiana Jones movie where he wasn't in it, because it's, that's the name of the character or whatever. So that was weird to think, and clearly they agreed, because they then didn't go with that, and it took them another 14 years or so to make the fifth movie, Dial of Destiny, which I will talk about in a hot second. I'm going to watch the movie. Oh, Speed's a great film. Enjoy. I saw a Crystal Skull in the theatres. Didn't like the CG. Didn't fit the originals. Yeah, the CGI was pretty bad. Yeah, you're right. There are certain characters you can never replace, and we're going to talk about that now, because the Dial of Destiny, watched that on the Sunday straight afterwards, and I was looking forward to it. I was kind of curious. Like, Foxy Cat said good things about it. And so the movie starts, and as always, that Indiana Jones has to be revealed in each movie at the beginning in, either a compromising circumstance or more of like an action, like reveal thing. And again, they did go for the similar kind of thing, like bag over the head, and then you pull the bag off, and I was like, oh my God, it's young Indiana Jones. Like, I was like excited. I was like, holy shit. Like, I knew there was some de-aging in this movie, but I thought it was going to be like minor and like a flashback. I did like that twist. Like, it pulled off the bag, and then it was him, and it looked like him. And I was like, oh my God. But then I couldn't stop staring at it. And I think this is the problem. I watched a YouTube video about this as well. Like, for that entire sequence, I just couldn't stop looking at his face, not because I fancy him. All right, just to make that clear. But I was just in amazement. I couldn't believe how detailed it was, but then sometimes how it would go a bit off. And it's like, it's weird. You're like looking at it and you're like waiting for it to not look right. So you can be like, oh yeah, it looks wrong there. Like, I don't know if that's just a me thing or if everybody's doing it, but it's strange that sometimes, like whenever it was a close-up of him and he wasn't moving, uncanny hugs. What's my favourite uncanny hugs? When he wasn't moving and it was like a close frame, it looked perfect. But anytime there was like a movement or it was a bit far away, there was like a motion blur on his face that wasn't realistic. Or sometimes his face looked bigger than the rest of his body. And it kind of reminded me of Chris Evans in the first Captain America, where he's like all like skinny and sometimes his head just looks like it's not the same proportion for the rest of his body. So yeah, I thought, now I did think it was super impressive, and I was like, oh my god, they got his smile right, his little cheeky smile that he does. It was a little strange when he spoke. Obviously he had the voice of an 80-year-old man. Obviously that can't be helped. It's really interesting. So I did watch like literally a 50-minute video on de-aging in movies, and the guy goes into a lot of depth, and I might obviously repeat some of the things he said because it was super interesting about the morality and whether you should do it or whether it takes you out of the movie. And he talks about the Dial of Destiny into it, and he's like, oh yeah, like it's really good, but you can't stop thinking about how good it is that you're not paying attention to the scene anymore. And he's right, because I couldn't tell you what happened in that scene at the beginning, because I don't think I was paying attention. I was just staring at his face. And I didn't think it was a 20-minute long sequence. Like, it went by quite quick, and I was just like, wow. But it also did look a little bit Polar Express sometimes. So yeah, it was impressive, and it did make me like yearn for like, oh man, another Indiana Jones in his prime would have been great, wouldn't it? Oh well. And then we are fast forwarded to reality where he is old man Indiana Jones, and his life has fallen apart. Cliche. He's living on his own in a shitty flat, and I was like, my dude, I can relate. I feel these vibes, but I hope that I don't do that cycle. I don't want to start shitty flat, have a good life. Woo! Oh no, shitty flat again. I hope, please God, please don't let that happen to me. I want to be working up. So, and then obviously he still works at the thing. Then he's retiring, but I don't know. I think he's like maybe low-key depressed or something. I don't know. And then Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character wants him to do an adventure because she thinks only he can do it, because there's a thing with him and his father, or her father, Toby Whitehouse. No, that's not Toby Whitehouse. Toby Jones, sorry. And then the adventure kind of ensues. Now, Nazis recur into this. Can I say that on the internet? Am I allowed to say that? Am I going to get demonetized for saying that? Is that why in the game it's called fascists? I mean, is it bad to say that? I might be able to say fascist. I feel bad saying that. It came out of my mouth and I was like, oh no, are you allowed to say that? Anyway, they are in the film because that is like a staple of an Indiana Jones film. They're always there. In fact, I probably said it in all the other ones. I mean, I don't know. So it was interesting to find a way that they would come back. And it felt like a plausible way, to be honest. Like, you know, someone that he had met in the past, still holding a grudge, wanting to bring the old ways back, seemed plausible. And I was like, cool, this makes sense. And then the film goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And I was like, oh. I got so bored watching this film. Like, too much happened that wasn't interesting. Like, I didn't really care about a lot of the bits and pieces. In fact, I don't even know what happened. I couldn't even tell you right now where I am in the film. Like, there's a dial of destiny, I guess, and Archimedes cut it in two, and they're trying to find it because there's something to do with time travel, and then, but the bad guys want to go back in time to, you know, change the past to make the things happen the way that they thought it should be. Although I think the main guy, whose name escapes me, the actor, but he wants to be the main guy, not obviously the other guy. So that's what they're after. So obviously they're trying to stop them. I mean, I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Is it Bridges or Bridge? she was cool. Her character was interesting, like the smart, capable, person, but you couldn't quite trust her kind of thing, which again, trope. I also must say, I really enjoyed the throwaway line of, and then my son died. I'm like, they killed him off. They killed Shia LaBeouf off screen. What a move. And I was like, well, that's probably for the best, to be fair. Because I was kind of thinking that. Like, I was like, what are they going to do? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not in this film. Like, and they're just like, no, he just died in the war. And that's the end of that. I wonder how long they were. So now him and Miriam are estranged. And I was like, is it Miriam or Marion? I think it's Marion. I've been saying Miriam. It's Mariam, isn't it? I think. Anyway, now they're estranged because their son died. Blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah, that happens. But then there's that kid as well, and I don't really know why the kid is there. Like, again, I just felt that there were so many unnecessary scenes that were just padding. Too much time being put for nothing. I'm just like, come on, man, I've got a life to live. I've got other things to do, I've got a stack of cereal bowls to wash up. Respect my time. So, yeah, the film just goes on. And at one point I was like, man, I'm so ready for this update to be over. I want to look into Uncanny Valley, Harrison Ford's eyes again. I want that to come back. But it didn't come back. And I was like, that's a shame. But I did think that the climax of the film was kind of interesting. So after you go for the slog, they do actually find something. And they're able to do they were able to put the thing together, but oh no, it all goes wrong. The bad guys have it, and they're getting in a plane, and they're going to go back in time. And he's like, ha ha ha, you've done it wrong. You didn't account for the wind shifting. Ha ha ha. And they're like, no, where are we going in time? And oh my God, you are 100% right. I think it was at that tuk-tuk chase scene where I was like, I'm out. This is going to superfluous action zone, which I don't like. I don't like superfluous action. Yeah, so then they go into the past, and actually I thought this was super cool when they come through the cloud and you see ancient, is it Greece? Because I think that's where Archimedes is from, right? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and so then they're like, oh man, this is kind of cool, like, and they're like, it's a dragon, they've brought dragons, and then yeah, I thought that was just a cool visual, cool thing, and then they do get to meet Alchemy. I mean, it all gets a little bit silly, because it's like, aliens, time travel, whatever. And then they just go back after, obviously, because obviously Archimedes had time travel, but he was like, no, I must learn to make it myself. And then they go back in time, and then Miriam shows up, and then they old people kiss. Is that naughty? That I was like, ah! I mean, one day I'm going to be an old person, and am I going to cringe myself out if I have to kiss another old person? I was like, oh no. But they didn't actually show it up close because they showed it far away. But they did do the old, like, where doesn't it hurt? And I was like, I see where this is going. It doesn't hurt here. It doesn't hurt here. Oh, I see. So then they literally just kiss and make up. And then some, maybe. I don't know. They're old people. What do they do? What do old people do? I don't know. I don't want to know. I feel really bad. I'm old people shaming. But it's a funny, weird reaction to have. And then the movie just ends. And I was like, oh, okay. Da 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 da. Cool, I guess. Also, it was nice to see what's his face. That was probably my pop of the episode. What's his name? Salah? When he showed, I was like, yeah, him. It's nice to see him. Other than that, I don't know. So I think that's why now I've talked about both movies. I liked the fourth one better in retro. Lucy's still living on, like, no. Yeah, the bit where he blacks out felt cheap as we didn't get to see, how they got back to the future. Yeah, that did seem a bit strange. I will admit, like, I get the whole, like, fade to black. What's going to happen? Well, we know what's going to happen, because why would you fade to black? Like, there is literally only one solution. So it's either, like, he stays in the past, which he kind of wants to stay in the past because I don't know. But that's silly. And we know that's silly, and that's not an option the character will let him make. So it fades to black, I guess, to try and like not have to explain how they got back. Because yeah, their plane had crashed. I guess they could get in the plane and go back through the portal, but obviously the portal was getting smaller. It felt like they just didn't want to like, oh, that's an easy way to just wrap it up. And the end. It felt unsatisfying. So hang on, I'm getting good plot here that I didn't realize. It was in Sicily, which is a part of Greece, but the Romans invaded and took it. Wait, it's Syria, Sicily, and Italy, which was part of. Okay. Also, the dial would only take you to the point in time because Archimedes wanted people to come back and help. Oh, what, help fight the people off? I see. Yeah, I was kind of sad, actually. The best part was the beginning, and I didn't even pay attention to the beginning. It's a shame. Like, it's obviously a big franchise, and they obviously tried to do what they could with it. And to no fault of anybody else's other than, I guess, the script. It's the script that maybe let it down. Also, it's 9:30. Why won't the person upstairs leave? I'm getting worried. I'm like here talking about the two Indiana Jones films, and I'm like, when are you going home? You don't live here yet, surely. What are you doing at 9:30? This can't be it, right? Surely it wasn't 2 weeks and then it's over. Please, I wasn't able to enjoy it. But this person didn't move any stuff in. I've been here all day, unless they've been doing it slowly over the weekend I haven't seen. But I want to go to bed. So yeah. Got that, maybe. So yeah, I guess I'll take the spoiler hat down. That's my review of both the 4th and the 5th film. But I will say I thoroughly enjoyed watching all 5 films in a short length of time. Yeah. I wonder why he grabbed... Because they like role play. That was my take on that. Bit of, oh, India, let's pretend it's 1935 again. Yeah, so it was a fun trip down memory lane, or, new memory lane. I liked watching them all. It's obviously giving me nice context for playing the game and seeing all the bits. He didn't really need to use the whip much in this one. It's 2025 now. I guess then it was 1969. There's not really much needs for whips anymore. But it did make me think about how in the past you had lots of resources. Like, you could make things out of gold. You just had to find it. They had different things back then. So there we go. That's my my rundown of those 2 films. I hope you enjoyed, and I am very much looking forward to carrying on my Indiana Jones adventure by playing the game and seeing where that one shakes out in my rankings. But yeah, good fun that. Enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that too. It was good, but no. What's happening with these ducks? I'm really trying to stall for time here, waiting for these ducks to spawn, but they aren't having it. But I want to be done. I want to know. Also, I didn't really know who Cate Blanchett was until everyone moaned about her in Borderlands, and then I was like, oh, isn't she Hela in Thor Ragnarok? Oh, actually, I do really want to talk about de-aging for a second here. That's where I wanted to go with this conversation. Have we? I want the plot. Damn. Yeah, so I want to talk about how many have I got actually? So yeah, this YouTube video that I watched, it was really interesting, and it's made me realise not only how many films I haven't watched, but how many actors I don't know. Oh my god, we might be on the final duck down. The final duck. This might be it actually, everybody. We might see it here. Oh my god, I don't know if Is it time? Is it time? Oh, I don't know how long it takes. Oh god, my face is so close to the screen. This could be it. We could be getting... save the game. Yeah, it's all ducks. Yay, Duck King. Woohoo. We did it, everybody. I can't believe I looked at it just in time. No, she was Nicholas Angel's ex-girlfriend in Hot Fuzz. No way. We got the plat, everybody. Finally, it's happened to me. Oh my God. Yes. Wow. Do I feel an accomplishment? I don't know. But we did it. Now I want to quit the game so that I don't have any extra time going. I can't believe it. At the end of the show, it just happened. Well, hey, da 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 da. Oh, I can't see the How do I quit? How do I quit? Close game. Woo! When I feel heavy metal. Woohoo! When I'm pins and I'm needles. All of the time that I never thought that I needed. So it took me 21 hours to get the platinum on Plastic Duck Simulator, and that is platinum 207. That'd be such a great way to end the show, but do you know what? I'm not done talking, everybody. I've got more talk in me. No, I actually really want to talk about de-aging before we end this thing here. So thank you everyone for your platinums, and thanks everyone for getting involved in the ducks and playing along at home. It has been, it helped me build the Lego, even though the Lego was stressful. I now have both a trophy in terms of the digital sense and a trophy in terms of the physical sense. So that's pretty good. So this is it. This is the end of the ducks. It's the end of the ducks. I'll just leave the trophies up here for posterity. But yeah, I want to talk about de-aging in movies quickly, because this movie obviously had a big bit of it at the beginning. And this YouTube video was talking about when you see someone on screen and they've been de-aged, all you can do is look at them and scrutinize them. And I do still have my Lego. I have my Lego over there. All you can do is look at the face and scrutinize it, or either scrutinize it or you're saying, oh my God, it's so good, or whatever. And then they were showing loads of examples of de-aging in movies, and it was ones that I had seen. But I didn't even know, because I didn't even know what the characters look like. He was like, when you see Michael Douglas in Ant-Man, you think, oh my God, he looks like Michael Douglas in whatever, in the 80s. I was like, I've got no idea what Michael Douglas looked like in the 80s. It unfazed when that came up. I do remember the one that, what was it? The Wonder Woman, where Samuel L. Jackson, I remember that one being like, okay, that's when I think I first noticed it. I was like, this is a bit weird. But yeah, I just made me realise, even in Guardians of the Galaxy, Kurt Russell was young and I didn't even know. I thought it was prosthetics or, I don't know, somebody else. Unfazed by that. So yes, they skipped to the end. They did mention The Irishman, which a movie I had never even heard about. But it's like a bunch of old people playing young characters, but as they get older, you see them through the years. So he was saying that the biggest problem with that movie, it works well for it, but the biggest problem is in the beginning, they look so young, but their bodies are so stiff because it's still being, played by someone who is old, but they don't have the physicality of a young person, but their face is young. So it's all a bit disconcerting. And so because it's like an uncanny valley, you're always just staring at the face. Now, I was also thinking, they didn't say this in the video, so I was thinking about the face and the voice, because that was the first thing I thought when I watched Dial of Destiny. I was like, oh, but I can hear he has an old man voice. Surely they could have done AI on his voice. And I was like, oh no, I've said AI. And at what point is it no longer his performance if it's it's his face, but it's not his face. It's him saying the lines, but it's not him saying his lines. I don't know, it's a weird territory. So the guy talks about how to do it well, and he was saying that The Curse of Benjamin Button does it well. He said The Irishman does it well because obviously you see it at the beginning and it's distracting, but as the film goes on and they get older, it becomes less and less distracting until, it goes the other way. So he was saying if it's a shock to the characters in the movie, then the people watching the movie will also suspend disbelief and just get on with it. But when you're supposed to be fooled by it or whatever, then you're gonna not take it as real. But then he went into a different category of de-aging, which I was not 100% familiar with, but kind of knew that it happened now and again, but I didn't realize it was happening as much as it is happening. Bringing people back from the dead and CGIing them, which is a super weird grey area. It started in Star Wars, I believe, with Carrie Fisher being in a movie despite being dead, and Peter Cushing, the TV movie doctor. And then apparently happens as well in Ghostbusters. And it's weird. I don't know, it's strange. Like, I get it, it's a nice homage. And also it happened in another film, but I'm not going to say that film because the film's quite recent, so that might be a spoiler. But it's like, I don't know. It feels unethical, I guess. They did mention this one as well with the Terminator and what's her face and the little kid. Wait, the WWE does de-aging? No, are you saying that WWE puts old, like, dead people in packages and puts what? Yeah, and also having like full-on scenes. Yeah, Professor Genki, ethical, unethical. I got that in. That's what I kept thinking. I was like, that's unethical. Yeah. And then they were saying they had whole like scenes where it's Luke Skywalker, but he's young. But it's like, is that gonna happen now? Like, we're just gonna hold on to the people from the past forever? It's also not very good for you. It's the same problem everywhere. Like, technology gets so good that we can make the things we like forever, and then new people can't do anything because we just like the old people or the old things. Like, because obviously one of the ways that people get into acting is, you know, I think he was saying that there was an example, like, if you've got a movie and okay, this is a great one. For example, let's say that there's an Indiana Jones movie and it does the reverse. So the beginning of the film is old Indiana Jones, and then he is thinking about or retelling a story from the past. So the past Indiana Jones would probably be played by somebody else. They'd probably just cast somebody who was maybe an upcoming star, or, you know, who looked vaguely like him. Like they did in the third movie. They picked, what's his face? River Phoenix or whatever. And, you know, that's a great opportunity for that person to do a big role in a character that people love, but you're not going to be like, ow, like, not, you know, you're not going to compare too much, or you're not going to look at them weirdly. Like, that is a thing that might be lost now if you're just going to de-age people all the time. Wait, what's going on? Yeah, when promoting WrestleMania, they use it for people like Andre the Giant. No, that's so weird. The funniest thing is they got a guy who looks like Mark Hamill to play Luke on set anyway. What? Yeah, so the whole thing's a bit mucky and, again, a bit weird. It's like that turn of the century thing that we're in, like using AI to do things, and we aren't quite sure yet if it's good or not. So I will leave you with that as a parting thought. But yeah, I didn't realise it was happening so much. It's kind of weird. Also, the performances are different. I don't know. I'm all twisted up inside about this. I'm in riddles and knots about it. So that's my thoughts. I don't even watch TV or movie that much anyway, so I don't know why I'm bothered about it. Why do I care? But that's your lot for this week's Locking It Down with Lucy. I think it's time to shut up and go to bed. And please see that person goes home. I'm not ready. Give me another weekend. Give me another weekend of sanity. So yeah, I shall return tomorrow with more Indiana Jones. We didn't get very far on Monday, so I'm hoping that tomorrow, hopefully my bathroom thing will be sorted. I'll be rested. I'll be relaxed. I'll have time. And we'll just hopefully have a good time and get somewhere and leave the bloody Vatican. Please, can we leave the Vatican? I mean, I know that we're not going to leave yet until we get on that blimp. That's pretty obvious at this point. So I'm waiting to get on that blimp, and we GTFO and we go somewhere else. And I'm sure I'll be there investigating for ages. So no, it's probably more going to be somewhere between 6 and 7 tomorrow. I have to go and do my bathroom thing at 2. The thing is, the week, it's just going to go by so quickly. I don't know what other admin chores I have to do. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably, put either, it's probably, normally when I say 6, it'll probably be about 6:30, I think. So I really don't want to start too late, and I do want to see if we can get get moving, get somewhere else, because I really don't want to run out of time before I have to go to the US. So you take a blimp to another part of the Vatican. I mean, it is massive, that place. All right, let's end the poll. Which indie film did you prefer out of the new ones? 26% of you say 5, 28% of you say 4, and 45% of you just can't choose, which, you know what, I respect. It's time for me to depart for the day. I shall see you all tomorrow for more. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for enjoying being part of the stream and for helping me get my duck plat. Woohoo! On to the next. Da, 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 da. Right, goodbye. I think maybe they've gone. Maybe. Fingers crossed. They're like, fucking hell, why won't she shut up? Shut up. All right, goodbye, everyone. Bye.